To my tarot card reading for November 2016. General reading for worldwide events. We have here Babalu, Elewa, Iku. We have the Eight of Swords, Mercury, Gemini, the King of Swords, Uranus, Saturn, and we have the Three of Cups, St. Paul, King of Swords, and St. Eligius, the Squire of Cups or the Page of Cups. We have here 1, 2, 3 swords. So this is a lot about communication, Mercury, a lot of things related with communication. So what we have here is a lot of contracts that are going to be canceled. We could say contracts, any promise, any alliance. This is all about promises, alliance, a covenant, I'm going to call it like that, that has been that is going to be terminated. So we're going, politically speaking, what we're going to say is that we are countries or allies are going to terminate something that they had going on before. They might cancel doing business with a country or for whatever reason, but that's the main topic here. Financially, economically, companies are going to start doing more or less the same. Let's say that Coca-Cola was doing business with Joe the plumber and decides to cut the contract or whatever, for whatever reason. But this is all about paperwork that has been signed, that was a promise, a binding contract that is somehow terminated, be it financially, economically, and politically speaking. We could be talking about laws that are reversed, that are cancelled, that are made null, void. That's the kind of topic that the tarot cards are bringing forward for this month. We have Uranus, Saturn, Mercury, and St. Paul. This is about, we're going to start seeing a very heated conversation, very heated arguments, very heated conversations. The topic is going to be very, very, very heated. Tones of wars, technically speaking, that's what we're going to start seeing around the world. The conversations are going to be a little bit aggressive, rough. Okay? If there's any diplomatic meeting, expect that the meeting is going to be a little bit heated, with a lot of arguments, a lot of insults, a lot of bad words, and it might propitiate the termination of an alliance. Allies might end up feeling hurt or changing their opinion about their other ally. That's more or less a general concept of what we might expect during this month of November 2016. Okay, let's pay attention now to the month by week. First week of November. The first week of November is the Five of Staff, the Five of Wands, and this is all about. This is a very aggressive energy. It's a very strong, aggressive energy. So we're going to start seeing a lot of protests, especially during this month. Okay, protests, upheaval, wars, accusations. That's part of the main topic during this month. But all this is contemplated here. Politically, financially, is going to be a little bit bearish, the market. We have here the Emperor right next to it. So we are going to be seeing more austerity measures that are going to be enacted by many nations. More austerity, more cuts. So we're going to start expecting massive layoff, people being fired, laid off, for me laid off, and obviously people protesting because of this. Okay, we have that. Then for the second week of, the second week of November, we have contracts, promises, alliances, covenants, we can call it like that, a pact that is reached. That means that politically there are new ties that are created with other nations that probably before they were not there, or they are strengthened those ties. Financially, it means that there's going to be mergers. Companies are going to start doing more acquisition during this week. Socially, it means that the government is going to grant citizens specific rights, privileges that they have been fighting for. By the third week, we have something here related with a project, and it's not going to make sense until we realize that we have here the Hermit. This month is closely related with investigation. There's going to be things that are going to emerge, that are going to change things around, let's say it like that. And it's closely related with war and oil. So there's going to be things related with oil and war that are going to be investigated. Socially, it means that people are going to be talking about conflict of interest. That's what I'm referring to, conflict of interest, and they want an investigation, conflict of interest. I'm repeating myself. So politically, again, conflict of interest. There are going to be also people that are going to be investigated at a political level. Highly probable, because there are political, conflict of interest. And financially, there's going to be also some sort of investigation. The last week of November, this is all about the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. It seems like they're going to do some intervention. Central banks are going to start doing intervention as well. So we're talking about monetary and fiscal policies that are going to be enacted again by the end of this month. Okay? Perhaps this IMF, central banks are going to do some resolutions forcing some countries to accept certain criteria, requirements. We can be looking at the European Union in this matter to see what are the new regulations and all this kind of stuff. We could be referring to Puerto Rico as well, or anything, but there is something that is forcing people to austerity measures during this month, especially the last week. That's when they're going to start being enacted and the intervention starts. We have the trilogy here, and the trilogy again is emphasizing that there's going to be adjustments, austerity measures, fiscal policy, monetary policies, with the purpose of creating stabilization. There's going to be a lot of options and decisions that are going to be taken, and obviously people are going to be protesting because of it. Okay, that's all I have for you for November 2016.